Okay, so let's start over. Amy, how was restorative? All right. Okay. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day. I guess I can vamp until Shawan gets settled in. Did you know that it all started because St. Patrick used the three-leaf clover to explain the Trinity of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? And so people would start to wear it as a sign of their Irish Catholic faith. And then, of course, the green kind of carried over into tradition. Do you know this, Hannah? Carry on. Tell the rest. Oh, okay. You don't know it that well? Okay, I don't either. That's as much as I know. So I was hoping you could. Okay, but he's back. Yeah, right. That's right. Um, yeah, there will be green beer for lunch today. No. Some corned beef and hash, green eggs and ham. And did everybody remember to wear their green today? Or did you even know? Who didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day? Okay, all right. So that wasn't the poll I was going to take. Let's get back to talking about the sadhana. Here's the poll I really want to take is before last month, raise your hand if you had a sadhana practice? Before last month. Okay. And keep your hand raised if it was consistent. Okay. So since last month, who has a sadhana practice?
Solid point.
Yeah. Okay. How long do you think it will take for you to succeed in sadhana? What is succeed, right? Yeah. So there's an old saying that says, one who succeeds in sadhana succeeds in conquering themselves, and they cannot be defeated. And all that simply means is if you do it, you've done it. So there's nowhere to get. I think sometimes, we can think of it like everything else in our life, where there's a process, there's an arc, there's a plan, there's a path, there's a trajectory, there's a goal, there's expectation. That's not with this. With spiritual growth and spiritual maturity, you might find yourself digging a certain hole looking for gold, and you might find oil, or you might find who knows what, methane gas, right? Point is whatever you do find, that becomes your new project, whether you wanted it or not. But I would encourage you that as these months unfold and the synthesis of the emotional uprising that comes in between our kind of peak moments together through the months, because next month, by the way, let me remind you, is the last month sadhana will be guided. After that, you will be practicing sadhana. So sidebar, what do you think will help prepare you best to teach sadhana? Practicing it, exactly. Now, it is an airtight kind of arrangement we have. So even though today I'm kind of vamping and talking for a long time, I'm teaching all the parts so I can adjust accordingly. When you come up here, it may feel constraining to you to feel like you have to teach the specific prescribed thing within 20 minutes, but it's because all these pieces have to fit together for everybody else who's teaching along with you. And we need to know that you are getting it to a certain degree. But there's a huge difference between being able to teach it and being able to do it. And so what did we say about intermediate postures yesterday? Are you allowed to teach a posture you cannot do? Yeah, you are. So does the same hold true for sadhana? If there's a piece of your sadhana that you're like, I just suck at this, or I struggle with it, it doesn't resonate with me, I feel like I'm just getting nowhere with this, can you still teach it? Yeah, okay. So that said, today we're going to do a sadhana. How about that? All right. I do want to say though that like that's a big deal to raise your hand and say, now I have a sadhana in my life. Like you have a spiritual relationship with yourself. And what's really cool about that is this is just the beginning for so many of you. And also not, you might recognize that as it uncovers things and reveals things, it's going to tie back into ways that you've been a spiritual being your whole life, right? And it's going to just kind of fortify and edify all the ways in which you are in the right place at the right time, right here, right now. So let's begin in a seated position. Seated tall, you can close the eyes or bring the gaze to a soft descent down on the floor, a few feet in front of you. Let's start with the tune in. So just notice the quality of your breath. Is it shaky? Is it still? Is it shallow? Is it supple? Is it luxurious? Is it sassy? How's the body feel? Is it angsty? Is it tight, tense, numb, exuberant? What's the quality of your mood right now? Try to separate the atmosphere of your emotional well-being right now from the story you're telling in your mind. So sometimes we identify, what is my thought process? Oh, I didn't sleep good, therefore I'm tired. Well, you could have slept good and still be tired, or you could have slept poorly and not be tired. So take an accurate assessment where you're at emotionally, without judgment, without needing to do anything, without needing to fix anything. Notice the state of the mind. Do you feel torpid or distracted or bright, crystal clear? And then bring into all those realms the invocation of what you're manifesting right now with your sankalpa, what you are creating, what you are resolving. Take a little bit of time to just etch that prayer into your heart with some sentiment of purpose and meaning. Take just another few seconds to really cultivate the aftertaste. Your sankalpa, you can always know that it needs refining if it isn't giving you an emotional reaction that is pretty predictable. Sankalpa should give you an emotional reaction of reverence, appreciation, and inspiration. So that's on you. That's the biggest part of the project in your sadhana each and every day, is to tap into what I call air: appreciation, inspiration, and reverence for what your dharma is, at least this next little piece of it. Let's begin the chant. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. Relax your vocal cords and just let the sound come out easily. Breathe in. Om Shrayambakam Yajamahe Sukandim Pushtivaranam Urva Rukamiva Bandhanan Mrityo Mukshiyamamritat Om Shrayambakam Yajamahe Sukandim Pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityo mukshiyamamritat Om Shrayambakam yajamahe Sukandim pushtivaranam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityo mukshiyamamritat. Last one. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sakandim pushtivardanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityo moshiyamamritat. Let's just take one Om to seal that in. Breathe in. Oh. Beautiful. Come to child's pose when you're ready. Mari, I'm going to switch to the mic on my end. Tell me, does that sound differently? Can you still hear it? Okay. Yeah, sounds okay. Even if I turn my head like this, you can still hear it pretty good?
Totally fine.
Good. Thank you. Give you a view of some yogis here. Okay. So sadhana babies, feel those hips open up, that spine stretch, the breath elongates. Remember everything we talked about with child's pose? Opening the hips, elongating, decompressing the spine, increasing circulation, easing the respiratory rate and volume capacity. Also increasing the flow of cerebral spinal fluid. Can you tap into the physiological processes that all too often we're unconscious of? Can you just kind of imagine what it would feel like to just sense into your body, feeling a suppleness, an abundance, a nourishment here? That's how we're going to look at the asana today, okay? Not one that breaks you down, but one that builds you up, one that fortifies you, one that strengthens you in the heat of the oven of tapas, like that container that we've been molding with our mind, right? The fire has a chemical reaction with the particles to harden you, to become solid in your seat, in your stance. I'll be coming around with adjustments through class today. If you prefer no adjustments, just put an arm up. Let me know. I'm happy to honor that. Gotcha. Thank you. Of course, you can take breaks, modify the practice whenever and wherever you need to, okay? Come up to a tabletop position, and we're going to move through a chakra vakrasana. So this will be a cow pose here. Inhale, and then exhale through cat back to your child's pose. Inhale forward to your cow pose. Moos are optional. Exhale, cat to child's pose. Purring is not optional. That's a requirement. Back and forth a few times. Let it feel good. Let your body feel good. Let yourself be aware of this fine instrument that you were given. You didn't do nothing. You just got given this beautiful, amazing thing. The most sophisticated thing on planet Earth you are in possession of. Come forward to your cow pose and then find downward facing dog. And now we'll take it through 3 dimensions of this Chakravakrasana. So inhale back to your knees, looking forward, finding cow. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhale forward to cow. Exhale, down doggy, cow pokey. And again, one more time. Inhale, come forward, knees drop, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, round the spine, hips back. Inhale, forward. Drop your udder. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Now just 2 times back and forth between down dog and cow pose. Inhale, drop the knees, look up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward again. Exhale, down dog. This time round forward to a high plank position. Exhale, back to down dog. Bend the knees, arch the spine the other direction. Up and back. Nice. Inhale, round forward, come through, high plank. Exhale, down dog. And high plank. Inhale. Lower down all the way to the belly. Nice and slow here. Tops of the feet on the floor. Cobra pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forehead back down. Spread the legs a little wider, toenails down. Walk the hands back a little closer towards the hips. We're going to press into the whole hand. Inhale, lift up. So yes. As you inhale, pull the palms back towards the hips. So you kind of feel a traction, like you're pulling your hips forward, so you kind of slide forward. And then exhale, push the hips back. So push forward and down. So you're kind of oscillating back and forth. As you inhale, you'll pull. Exhale, there's a little bit of a push. You feel that? Inhale, keeping the elbows tracking back. Exhale, down all the way. And bring your elbows under your shoulders. Come into a Sphinx pose. And we'll walk this into a seal pose. So you'll start to just straighten the elbows away from the floor. And now you can choose to walk your hands in as close as you want for whatever degree your back is feeling the loveliness of this extension. Try to keep yourself elongating and try to keep the hip bones on the floor. So if you pull too far back, now all of a sudden you're getting into your legs. We're just trying to keep this kind of isolated as we just warm up the spine. So let this be gentle, and then exhale, release down. If you feeling something, say hello. Downward facing dog. If you're not feeling anything, say goodbye. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way top of the, I almost said mountain. Top of the mat. Well, I looked at the mountains and they're like stunning right now. Oh my gosh, that is, we live in a beautiful place. If you didn't know that, come on. You kidding me? Shut up. Slowly come up to standing mountain pose to gaze at the mountain. Can you see the mountain? I would encourage, if you can't see the mountain, just come over here real quick and just look at this mountain. Mari, I got to show you this too, because it is, I mean, this is what the word majesty means, by the way, in case you wonder what the definition of majesty is. Yeah. All right. Did you see it, Mari? Could you see through the window? A little bit? Okay, cool. All right. All right. Should we quit messing around? Get to the sadhana. Inhale, arms up overhead. No, we're not going to stop messing around. But I was going to start class with a dance party today. So you're lucky. You're lucky. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. You're probably wondering, why am I lucky? You don't know yet, do you? Inhale, halfway lift. It's a mystery. Plant the hand, step it back. High plank. Now it's your choice. You can come through a variation for cobra, knees or not, belly, or chaturanga to upward facing dog. You're welcome to skip it as well. Knee back and down dog, child's pose, tabletop. You know the drill. This is a little bit of a different format, right? We get to be in the you know, we're like all mechanics working on the car together. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Heels grounding. Inhale, halfway lift, strong legs squeezing in together at the thighs. Plant the hands, step it back through your half series. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's do it again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Boy, oh boy, I almost forgot why we're here. Let's do it. Say it with me. Who Uli? Now Uli. When should we do now Uli? Now Uli. What about later Uli? No, no, no. What about you Uli? Me Uli? Now Uli. Here and now Uli. Okay. Shall we? Do you need some instruction today? Here's what I would suggest. Since we're getting closer and closer to like at least understanding mechanisms, the cues, grab a person or group of you and talk through some of the cues. Work on it together. If you're like, no, absolutely not, that's okay too. But let's take some time to work on it together. And I'm going to ask, will anybody volunteer to take the computer in your group? Does anybody want to work on? Yeah? Kathy. Who wants to work with Kathy and Mari? Because they're the coolest. All right, you got a nice group here. They're pretty cool. Here, I'm gonna give you the mic.
You're welcome to stand on my mat too, Isaac. I saw the hesitation there. Don't worry about it. Hi, Mari. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you? Hi, everyone.
I think I'm gonna put her on a chair.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on a chair. It's gonna be better.
Perfect.
Yes, then we can move you smoothly.
All right.
All right.
Who wants to give cues? All right, I'll give cues. Stand with your feet wider than hip distance. And then bend forwards, put your palms on your knees. Don't lock your elbows out, but keep a lot of weight in your arms. Tuck your tailbone down a little bit so that it's kind of headed towards the mat. You don't want to avoid the duck back. And then, okay, and then we do some deep breathing so we can get some oxygen in our blood. And then when we feel comfortable on the final exhale, pretend like we're going to inhale and find your diaphragmatic vacuum.
What are we doing, guys? You gotta come up in between.
Good job. I like that you cue tailbone because the anterior pelvic tilt.
That hurts me. Yeah. Neutral. And that hurts my back. I don't know about anyone else.
That neutral pelvis.
Neutral pelvis.
And then arms can be locked.
Okay, they can be locked. Okay.
And I completely.
Thank you. Okay.
So it's totally like up to.
Because it's really not that much weight on your elbows. Yeah.
Makes it really hard.
Right.
Once we're here, then we can get the body there.
Can you hear Amy, Mari?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I getting the full? Looks like it. Okay. You want to do it again? You're right.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I can't see it.
A little. Okay. And then you'll know for sure. Because I know what he means about that little flutter. But I sometimes do that. So there's that. Exhale.
That is a telltale sign you're not being called.
And then there's you.
Mari, yours looks pretty good too.
Oh, I see. That's a flutter. Where you're not really letting it go. Okay. You see that how it's kind of like flopping? Yeah. It's just like, okay, that would be where you're not really letting it drop, whereas I think you really are. I go slower. You are all the way around, but I think you can be confident. Okay. Go just a little slower a few times. Okay. Thank you. Did that make sense? You could kind of see it. You probably couldn't see it, but it's where you're not really letting it drop. I sometimes do that. I have to be conscious not to.
I can't
That
let
makes
mine
sense.
drop. Like, I can get the vacuum, but I can't let it drop.
Yeah.
I have to get Jalandhara too, just a little bit. That really helps. That's what I said. Getting it or remembering to do it?
Just getting it, I think, in this position.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if you do the half swallow in here.
No.
Okay, here we go, everyone.
That's a good one.
Ooh, all right. Mari, you got it.
Oh, wow.
She's got it.
You go, girl.
Eventually get to.
I think I could do like 10 or 15
Don't wait too
before I
long.
start to feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Really, really good.
That was fantastic.
Do you want to cue it? Are you cueing it? Are you doing?
No, I'm just trying to get it right now.
Cue it?
Yeah.
Okay, so We're gonna do Natalie Priya. You can keep going if you want. You don't have to. Take an inhale, just find your natural rhythm of your breath. Just let it all go. And when you're ready, you're gonna bring your feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Toes are forward or slightly tilted, whatever feels better for your hips. And you're gonna come down. Think of your arms as your spine. You're gonna lock them out and let your arms support the entire weight of your belly. And just practice letting your belly hang here. Just let it out. Revert to society and let your belly out. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And then exhale all the way. And then you're gonna suck in like you're taking a deep breath without taking a breath. Creating a vacuum seal in your stomach. Once you get that, then you can pop. Is that okay for you?
That was great.
Okay. Oh, and pull on that.
Slide your banda. That'll help.
You'll be able to notice the difference in.
You basically lock it from the bottom and the top.
So all your energy's here.
I'm going. Usually do it with a mirror. Make sure I can get it. I think, it's hard. I've spent so many years going in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then with back pain too, I've spent
Ah.
walked in like, I can move around now, and then you come here and you're like, okay, this is all right. Yeah. It's been mental.
The way I control my back pain is by keeping my core engaged. As soon as I let that core not engage, it's pretty painful. Is there a way around that?
Now, does this hurt you?
Yeah, it hurts my back.
What if you take your legs a little wider?
Okay,
Bend your knees a little more.
okay.
Good. And then straighten your arms. And then if you can, like
Actually
you
feels
can
better.
roll forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Let yourself tilt forward.
Oh yeah, it feels so much better. You're a genius.
And now this little, you've got a neutral back already.
Okay.
Yeah, so then it's better. You've got good brace on your legs. You can even let your elbows come up or your shoulders come up if that helps.
That's where you're supposed to.
Little pelvic floor.
That's once you get them going at the same rate, then start going down.
That's it. That's it. For me to understand.
Kathy, whenever you're done, is it leaning forward that helps your back, or is it the support in your arms that's helping your
I
back?
think they're leaning forward, the neutral tailbone and supporting the arms, all of it, like wider feet, like she said, that helps. Does your back hurt too?
No, I'm wondering
Okay.
for you, because I just want to know what kind of adjustments to make for that, because I haven't experienced that, so.
No, that really did help. She always helps every time I mention it. She's always got helpful tips. So wider feet, leaning further forward, letting your shoulders come up, and the neutral tailbone, that helped a lot. Yeah.
Good, thank you.
And then I have to exhale several. I have to go through it. I have to go through it.
Yeah, I do it a couple times too.
Okay, we better get back on track. How's it going? Is this good? Is this helpful?
It's good.
Is this helpful?
Yeah, definitely.
That's not like I was like my hands were sliding, but when I did wider stance and then I put my hands a little bit higher up. Yeah. And then I was like, oh,
Let's
okay.
get back
And the belly
together,
thing.
see if we
Yeah,
learned
that felt a
anything.
lot better.
Good.
Okay. Okay, let's come back to our mats.
Mari, you have no choice. See, they defy me. They're still in their groups, but you don't have a choice. Your computer. I just grab you and take you away. Just grab you and take you away. Hang
Makes
on
it
one-
easier to concentrate.
That's right. Oh, hang on, Bryce, you got it.
Huh?
I'm just letting her see if you got something to say.
Yeah, so the same muscles that you would engage in like boat pose or something like that, you're just pushing those forward. The visual that helps me is like, those like 8-pound medicine balls. Can you imagine you're lying on your back? What would you do with your abs to push that ball up? Like you would push forward. So you're trying to do that, but then you're also working to still feel the vacuum, like you're sucking everything in around behind the muscles.
Can you hear that?
So-
Yeah, super helpful.
And for this, it can be helpful to turn your fingers in instead of keeping them out too.
Yep. Fingers in instead of out for the read. Let's see, Amy. Yeah. Okay. Let's come back to our mats. Let's come back. Let's do it. This time I mean it. This time I really mean it. This time I'm okay. What did we learn? Real quick. Was that helpful? It was helpful. You know a few things. What's one thing you learned in this?
I like being able to say the cues and I am able to say it more than I thought I could.
You liked being able to say the cues and you can say more than you thought. Okay. I'm just gonna repeat because Mari's on the mic. The wider stance helped? Cool. Who gave you that cue? Amy. Bravo. What'd you all learn over here?
The cues also was really helpful. We all went and like.
You did them? You said them? Oh, cool. Good. What about this group? Ah, using the Mulabandha? Ah, throat lock. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually Bryce said that over here, which is a good thing when you advance with this is for the pumping in the vacuum, you generally it's fingertips out. Once you start working on the read, it's hands in, kind of helps that a little bit better. Yeah. And then we had something back here. What did you guys learn?
Same thing that Adam said, the throat lock.
The throat lock helped? Cool. Good. Okay. Funky. One thing too is that like when you're learning it, the reason you learn it slow obviously is to get full capacity of like complete contraction, complete relaxation, but also you'll notice that it's two diaphragms that you're flexing, right? It's the pelvic and the respiratory diaphragm. So at first it can kind of fall out in stages. It can be like 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. So that's why you want to go slow at first till eventually you get both of them dropping in and out at the same time before you start to speed it up. And there was one other thing. Oh, and the other thing we talked about too was you can tell if you're getting all the breath out if you can still hold the vacuum while you stand up. So a lot of times you think you have the vacuum because you're in the position, but you're just kind of like compromising. Yeah, you're kind of cheating it a little bit. If you want to know if you really have all the air out for the full vacuum, you just stand up while you're holding the vacuum. Yeah, Amy?
I just want to add, people who are really tight down here, I did supported bridge, knees bent first, and then legs both straight, and then worked on my diaphragmatic belly breathing last night, and that really helped to just open up some of that areas that just don't want to open. We want to hold them. So that supported bridge pose was awesome, and then legs straight after you've released the psoas a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that I mean that stuff is hard to do. Okay. Oh, the CO2 resistance is tough. It's really tough. All right, let's do some breath of joy. Why not? So remember, it goes like this. Okay. Hannah's ready to go. She's ready to go. Do you guys remember this move? Wait, what is it? How was it? I don't know what it was. No, it was the Roger Rabbit or something. Okay, anyway, let's do the breath of joy. Mari's already in it. She's like, this man. Oh, she's doing the Roger Rabbit. Oh, Mari. Yeah, good. Yeah, and go at your own pace. If you're at a different pace, don't feel like you have to keep up with the group. You can all be at a different pace. Let's bring a little bit more oomph to the ha and the letting go. Ha. 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 I can't hear you. Ha. Use your teacher voice. Ha. Ha. For the people in the cheap seats. Ha. Ha. 3 more. Ha. 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 Last one. Ha. Come up and just come to standing. Just let yourself land. That was nice, huh? All right. Come down to a little squat here. Take your hands down to the floor, knees wide. I want you to look up. Pull your chest forward as high as you can. Keep your feet together at the big toe mound. Yeah, knees wide on the outside of the arms. On the exhale, you'll just straighten the legs. Inhale, come back down to 1. Exhale. Some of you gave me the look. You're like, I know what this is, bro. Exhale and inhale. Keep going. Let's shoot for 27 of these. Fast way to warm the legs up. Quick way to get the kiln up to temp. So those tapas be on our side. Woo! About 10 more. Two more. Ah, cha-cha. And then forward fold. Do you feel something? Okay, halfway lift. Plant the hands, take it back. High plank. Your up dog's gonna feel exquisite. Yeah. Down dog. Who's done that before? Uh-huh. Not many of you, huh? Okay, inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way top of the mat, forward fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Ooh, goodness me. So, I'm gonna try this again today. We're gonna see if I can redeem myself. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to, so I'm gonna need you, all right? Exhale, sweep the arms back by your side. Ground into your right foot. Left leg rises, one-legged Tadasana, arms up overhead. Good. And take a moment, correct the hips. Good, Hannah. Yeah, drop the left hip down just a little bit. That's it, Kathy. Exhale, figure 4. Hands into heart center. Ankle on top of the right knee. Nice, Rebecca. Good. Foot is flexed. Toes back towards the knee. Keep sitting your cheeks towards the back corner of the room. All 4 cheeks. Every cheek you have. Every cheek you have descending down and back. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Come down, Utkatasana with a hover. Take a breath in. Exhale, land. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, right leg lifts, one-legged Tadasana. Now kick the leg forward this time. In fact, let's take an imaginary strap and throw it around the foot. And just pull it up, pulse it. 5, 4, 3, pull that thing. 2, 1, and then take it into Dakasana, airplane. Nice. Inhale back up, one-legged Tadasana. Now this time going a little bit deeper, go into a standing split, hands to the floor, back leg, it might come towards the sky, doesn't matter how high or how far, just extend it to whatever your anatomy feels like is sensational. Inhale, come back up, one-legged Tadasana. Now this time, option to go into that standing split without bringing the hands to the floor, but to the ankle instead. Exhale, come down. Try to let the leg lead you into it. Nice, Tiffany. Pulse the heel up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Squat and curl. Drop hips. Wrap forearms around the shins. Give yourself a nice little hug here. See if you can drop the heels down all the way. Tuck chin, eyes closed maybe. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane torso. You lift the left leg. Yeah. Figure 4 pose. Wait, it's the other leg. Switch it up. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? I know why I'm doing this but I can't explain. All I can say is it's wrong. It's wrong of me. And it's on a Sunday of all days. I have to wait for a whole nother week to repent for this. I missed my chance. Nothing like sinning on a Sunday. God dang it. Sit down nice and deep. Oh, good thing I'm wearing green. Hopefully the luck of the Irish. Slowly come up, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, hover down to Utkatasana. Right, time to introduce caffeine. And then land it. All right, let's try it. Exhale, airplane arms. Lift the left leg, I suppose. Straighten the leg. Take your strap around the foot, your imaginary strap. Come on, little doggy. Saddle up. Get those stirrups on there. Put that bit in that horse's mouth. Make sure you ride that pony all the way to the foothills. Bring it up and then take it back. Airplane. Nice. Keep squeezing the left heel up towards the sky. Think back bend. Think cobra. That's it, Sebastian. Yes. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Keep the thighs magnetized. Keep them tight as you move through. That's it. Exhale, this time standing splits, hands to the mat. Let the head fall towards the floor. There you go. Nice, Kara. Yeah. And even with the bent knee, you're feeling a sense of energy lengthening through both legs. So you can play this with the hip open. You can keep hips closed. That'll minimize the range of motion. That's okay. Inhale, slowly come back up. This time, if you dare, come down to your standing splits with the hands find either the ankle or just come to heart center or to your side. If you're a real wild man. Good stuff. Pulse the leg up towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold forward. Squat down. Take the knees wide this time. Let's try that pose again where we bring the soles of the feet together. Yeah? Remember this one from yesterday? Soles of the feet together. And then you got to kind of just throw your body forward. Bring it forward. Nice. Go down. Yeah. Oh, I was coming down anyway. I'm going to go help Tim, I think. Oh, Tim's got it. Yeah. Flex your feet. Mm-hmm. All right, now, here's the fun part. Take it back to Chaturanga. How, you ask? Go, Amy. Yeah. Yes. Sometimes you better just ask for forgiveness. You know what I mean? Don't ask for permission. Just go back to Chaturanga. Right to down dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale. Warrior 1 setup. So bring the foot right behind the right wrist. So it's a wider, shorter stance, friends. Inhale, back heel drops as you lift the torso. So here is your chronic shot of espresso for today, okay? This is one of those poses that kind of gives prana to the whole body. Hands to the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Tucking chin, rounding forward. Yeah, nice work. Inhale, slowly come back up. Now let's reposition the feet for a pyramid setup. So this might be even shorter of a stance, right? Okay, you're gonna bring your right hand to your right hip, left arm high. Keep this bicep in line with the ear. You'll exhale down just halfway, pushing the butt towards the back of the room, and then inhale back up. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Exhale. Inhale up. Now we're going to slice all the way down like hot knife through butter to the floor. Try to keep the belly engaged all the way to it. Inhale, come up. One more time, all the way down. Nice and slow. Inhale, come back up. Now bring both hands to the back. You're going to dive forward and just come into a forward fold here. Just let the hands rest on the back. Just, yeah. Now think about Nauli here a little bit. Yeah, that's it. I can see some of you already. As soon as I said that cue, you start to create a little bit of that baby Uddiyana Bandha happening. Yeah. So as you exhale, you're really allowing yourself to strengthen all the muscles around the spine. So think about squeezing the spine while you're lengthening the spine. Push into the back heel. Keep the hips relatively square or level or managed. Think about what feels right for your hips in this. Don't overdo one thing or the other. Good. Slowly inhale, come up. Warrior one, set up again, and then just hands down to the mat. Exhale, sweep it down. Step it back. High plank, right side lifts. Pulse the hips up. Find the beat. There you go. Not the egg shaker. That's too fast. Don't want 16th notes. Try to stick with the quarter notes. One more breath in. Exhale, high plank to low. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it back. Are you starting to warm up, friends? Yeah? Okay. I want to encourage you to, during these sadhanas, if at all possible, to not drink water during your practice. Okay? Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step to a warrior one, set up. Right behind the left wrist, lift up. If you need water though, of course, don't feel like you're doing anything wrong or bad by taking it. Hands behind the back, interlace opposite thumb on top, lift the heart. Take a moment to really just draw the elbows away from you. Pull the hands away. And then exhale, dive forward, round into it. Notice where you're tense to hold the posture and where you're tense in ways that you can actually release and relax some of that effort. Nice, yes. Inhale, come up, arms skyward, straighten the front leg, reset the feet. So this might just, however you reset the feet, just make sure that you have a comfortable positioning where the hips are not only both facing forward, but you've got no kind of tilt in the hips either, right? So left foot forward, left hand to the hip, right arm up, exhale, come forward, pulling the belly in as you come forward. Inhale, lift up. So do you feel that contraction? Exhale, you're creating what's called Tadaga Mudra or Uddiyana Bandha, and this will help simulate and stimulate those muscles for Nauli. This third time, come all the way down, knife through to the floor, get yourself a nice slice of butter on that knife, and then smear it on the bread all the way back up, smooth and even. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, back up. This time, hands behind the back. And just fold forward. This is all about legs and spine here. So it's, yeah, you're lengthening the legs, but I really want you to focus on strengthening into the legs, pushing down into both. Trying to let your back body actually relax while your front side is getting stronger with each exhale. Look at your navel point. Set the drishti up and in towards that belly button. Oops, I got lint. Just me? Okay. I have a ball of it at home. I'm making a sweater. Inhale, slowly come up. You're like, nice sweater. Where'd you get that? My belly button. It's a belly button lint sweater. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Wouldn't that be something? I should do that. Side plank, from high plank, left side lifts. Pulse it. Pulse it. Find a little play. Find a little movement with this. Find fluidity. Nice, Melissa. Good adaptation. Beautiful, Katie. One more. And then exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog from there. Exhale, downward facing dog. See what happens when I introduce the caffeine? I get ideas, man. Belly button sweater. Right leg lifts. We're going to sell them at Cambio. Rebecca, step through. Can you get those for the market March, the March market? Inhale, warrior two. Some of you are secretly like, that is so disgusting. What's that? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing, it's amazing. You'd think I have holes in all of my shirts right here where my belly button is. It's like a cheese grater, just peels all the lint out. All right, inhale, reach forward, extended side angle. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Let's just sweep back and forth a few times. Extended side angle, exhale. Inhale, reverse, bring it back. Nice. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Sink that leg just a little bit if that's okay. Exhale, extend. Now here, straighten the front leg. Turn this into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach your heel back just a little bit, if that's okay. So swivel. Yeah, there you go. And then push into my hand that way. Can you push in a little bit? There you go. Do you feel that? Yeah. And now feel it lift as well. There you go. Now keep it on your own. I'm going to let you go with it. Take your top arm overhead towards the front of the room. Palm towards the floor. Now keep the palm in this orientation. So it's going to, as you move it back to your hip, it'll be facing the ceiling. Exhale, move it back. Inhale, come forward. And exaggerate this. Round a little bit with it. Reach the fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale, open it up. Now lengthen the bottom side body without elevating the belly button. Exhale. You're kind of moving around the axis of the belly button here. Inhale. This is why I get so much lint. Just kidding. Exhale. Inhale, come up to standing. Pivot the feet, goddess pose. How do you want to take goddess today? Do you want to work it out? Do you just want to hold it? Do you want to dip it? Do you want to pulse it with the heels? Let's take a little bit of time. Just some, what you could call free range. You know, when you see free range eggs, this is what they do. They say, okay, come into goddess pose. Do whatever you'd like. Yeah. So who knows what the first sutra that we're studying today is? Does anybody remember? Great. Did you know we're doing the sutras today? You didn't know, Kathy? Seriously? You're just like, I'm here for the ride, baby. Inhale, come on up. Warrior two to the back of the room. Yes. Inhale, reach forward. Extended side angle, exhale. Inhale, reverse. Yeah. And let's just work length and tension release, strength, mobility, focus. The breath just carries you back and forth. Keep it to your own rhythm here with this breath. Nice, that's it, yeah. Next time you come to extended side angle, shift into Trikonasana, triangle pose.
Or is that in triangle?
It's in triangle. Mhm. Let's just set up the feet here for a quick sec. Take a look down at your front foot. Now push down into your big toe mound. So imagine from the knee to the big toe mound, you're rotating inward. Now from the knee up to the hip, rotate the other way in the leg. See if you can find that. It's a sophisticated kind of sensation. Wiggle your fingers if you feel like you got that. Yeah, nice. Okay. And if you're like, nope, that's okay too. Inhale, top arm overhead towards the, I guess, the back of the room now. Now pause here for a moment. Just play with this movement of dropping the shoulder and pulling back. Just a little bit of this kind of rotation of the upper spine. Mobilize the spine. Find where it feels kind of in the midpoint there. And now let's wave the arm. Exhale, sweep it back to the hip, and let that lift the bottom body, bottom side body. Exhale, arm reaches overhead, and then you curl a little bit more. You let yourself fold down. Back and forth, 2 more times. Next time you inhale, lift up, come into goddess pose. This time we will concentrate the focus. We'll concentrate the focus via prana, okay? So take your hands to heart center. As you inhale, bring the arms up through Padma Mudra. So that's pinky, thumb, middle 3 fingers. This is called lotus mudra, right? Kind of creates a lotus. On the exhale, you'll take peace fingers and sweep them around. This is prana mudra. Inhale, lotus mudra. Exhale, prana mudra. Now you can close the eyes. There's a visualization that goes with this. As you inhale, bring energy down to the belly button. As you exhale, bring it back up to the third eye. Inhale, energy moves down as the arms move up. So it's kind of tricky. It's contradictory. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Are your legs burning yet? Come up to standing and then pivot the feet, wide-legged forward fold here. So I know you want to kind of just relax in the luxuriousness of this pose. Not going to happen. Walk the hands out in front of you a little bit. So it's kind of like a down dog shape. And you're going to come off your heels and then move your nose down in between your thumbs and then push back. So kind of some push-ups. Weird push-ups. Let's do 1 of these to 10 of these. However many you feel like is safe and challenging. Safe being first order of priority. And then when you finish this set, you'll walk the hands right under the shoulders, coming to a halfway lift here. And now tone the abdomen, breathing in, feeling Mula Bandha. Exhale, keep Mula Bandha, pull Uddiyana Bandha back. Let's breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spine is long. Your torso is parallel with the floor as best as you can. Now replace the left hand right under the face. Bring the right arm towards the sky. Coming into a twist. Once you are able to stack the shoulders, you don't need to worry about continuing to twist because you don't want the hips to get involved. In fact, from that position, you're just going to feel like you're lengthening through the rotation of the upper spine, the ribs away from the hips, just lengthening the waist. One more breath in. Exhale, hand down to the mat. Replace right hand with left. Lift the left arm skyward. Good. Correct the hips a little bit. So sometimes your left hip will pike up a little bit. Just drop that down if you can. There you go. So sometimes it's about lifting the other hip up. And just feel yourself tuck under through the ribs and pull away up into the armpit. Good, Ryan. One more breath in, squeeze your legs together. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Skandasana, side to side here. Trap one hip to the back of the mat or front of the mat, whichever way you want to go. If you want to go back and forth, you want to take your time on one side. Okay. We will take about 3 minutes to do whatever you need to do before we come down to a final floor sequence. So I'm going to leave it up to you today. What does your body need that will best support, being here on this hard floor studying? Maybe it's you need an arm balance. Maybe you need balance. Maybe you need a tree pose. Maybe you want floor frog, baby. Yeah, we're not doing floor frog later, so you won't be doubling up. Yeah. Okay, about halfway there. So if you're doing a asymmetrical pose, you might want to switch it up. Good. When you feel like you're getting, we're still got, never mind. We still got about 30 seconds. Take your time. But when you feel like you're done, come to your belly. Just lay down on your belly. Okay. Let's set up for bound locust. So interlace the hands behind the back. Legs come wide. Exhale everything out. Inhale, lift up. Legs and arms. Feeling a sense of length through the spine, reaching all the way through the crown of the head. Reach to your toes. One more breath in. Exhale, release down, ear to the mat. Relax your back as much as you can. I'm going to do another one here. Dhanurasana is next. So if you have that in your wheelhouse today, you'll reach for the ankles. If not, you'll take another variation of locust. Exhale everything out. And then lift up when you're ready. If it's okay, keep going. Ah, nice. Is that okay? Great. Squeeze your legs a little bit. There you go. Lift up. 3, 2, 1. Opposite ear to the mat. Relax your body. Everyone take a nice big exhale, like a yes. Good job. Need I remind you how today's going to end? Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra. Yeah. Okay. Something to look forward to. Come up to downward facing dog. This is your second to last down dog. This is just simply to set up for half pigeon. So right knee comes behind the right wrist. I know you probably all want to just dive right into it, but hang on, let's work the back bend just a little bit. So walk the hands in closer towards the body and pull yourself back through the torso. Now with your head, imagine like a pigeon head, right? But what you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck your chin and then really just keep reaching your head back with this chin tuck. So it engages the entire circumference of the neck. Now, if you'd like to come down, feel free to do so. I think we're gonna make it out of winter, you all. Feels good, doesn't it? Feel that bone get heavy. Nice. Yeah, don't hold any tension in the shoulders if you don't need to. Replace the hands under the shoulders. Sweep that leg back to the sky. Kick it. Raise some dust. Kick it up. Whatever you need to do. If you want to take a wild thing, you're welcome to. Otherwise, just get right to the other side. Left knee forward. Shall we get our Sanskrit brain going a little bit? Name of this pose is Eka Ekapada Kapatasana. Ekapada. Ekapada. It's Ekapada. Ekapada. I've been wrong my whole life, is what you're saying. I'll tell you what, yoga is continually humbling. You're all, oh, you know yoga? Guess what? It's pronounced actually shoga. It's weird. The Y it's alliterative from South India. Well, it's a thing. Yeah, good. Everybody's working the neck, your pigeon chest. That's why I think this is called pigeon pose. And you can go like this. Do you want to? Come forward. Let's not forget, pigeons are resourceful. You know, I think that there's probably some meaningful connection between how we store our emotion in our hips and how we tap into the resourcefulness of the spirit of the pigeon animal. Gentle breaths. And do you like a lot of pressure or light pressure? A little bit more? Just watching your breath. So if your breath gets short, I'll just back off a little bit. One more breath, finish off. And then make your way back, three-legged doggy. Three-legged German Shepherd. Or what dog are you today? Frenchie. Oh my. Wow, high maintenance. Jeez. I've never met a Frenchie who wasn't high maintenance, but yeah. But I mean that lovingly. I love Frenchies. Come on down to a seat, take your legs out in front. You know a dog's got a high self-opinion when you walk up to him and you're like, how cute, can I pet you? And the dog's all, no, I'm good. Let's take Baddha Konasana. You know, my kind of dog is that mutt in the park where they're just all, hey, how you doing? They're just happy to see everybody. Come forward. Mm. Let's take a little bit of vibrational relief. Take a breath in. Mm. Hum it out 2 more times. Breathe in. Mm. Breathing in. Mm. Grab hold of your feet, and if you feel comfortable, just roll right back to happy baby. You know, for some of you, happy baby is a non-negotiable pose. I almost didn't teach it the other day, and Rebecca protested with a happy baby. One of the ways in which we can direct the aim of our life to grow is towards excellence. And what you're doing with this practice, even though some days might feel like you're learning to walk all over again or learning to speak in a language you don't understand, you are beginning that path of growth, learning, and healing. You are taking steps on the path of the extraordinary. When they say that yogis are the master of their own destiny, it is through the action and discipline of practice that this is possible. It's not the philosophy, it's not the hoping and wishing. The practice is where it all comes together. The bhakti, the jnana, the raja. This is the most sincere form of karma yoga. If you want to make the world a better place, as they say, start with yourself. Come down to Shavasana when you're ready. Just your next breath. Start to let the natural pulse of prana arrive in a conscious way, co-opting the breath. Slowly arriving back in the present moment. When you're ready, you'll make your way up to a seat. Setting up for some pranayama. Sit up tall. Get yourself in a comfortable position with the hips above the knees, as well as allowing hips to have that forward tilt. So the tailbone is slightly extending away from you, creating that nice lordotic curve in the low spine. Feel a gentle lift in the heart as you draw the shoulders back. Grow the neck long with a slight tuck in the chin. In your next exhale, just feel yourself contract your abdomen as low as you can. So squeeze your genitals and your mula bandha and go ahead and touch your low abdomen. See if you can really isolate that tension. Okay, now let that go. Now squeeze your upper abdominal muscles and let that go. Just start to notice the difference. When we move into Kapalabhati, skull cleansing breath, skull shining breath, we're going to try to focus on really allowing the contraction to come from the second chakra area, the low abdominal, pelvic diaphragm. So sometimes what can help train this is every time you exhale, just a little squeeze in the genitals. Kind of like you're trying to stop going pee, but a pulling in with that same contraction, okay? So we're gonna do, and you can keep your hands there this first round. We're gonna do 15 with the 15-second hold. As you hold, you'll tuck the chin, you'll begin to swallow, you'll stop halfway. Find Jalandhara Bandha and Shambhavi Mudra. Eyes move up and in towards the third eye. Here's our tempo. Can everybody hear that? Not so much. I'll clap for you so you can at least have visual, okay? Take a half breath in. Here we go. Three, two, one. Big breath in. Tuck the chin. Squeeze the throat. Pull the shoulders up a little bit. Lift the chest. Throw the spine long. Ribs away from the waist. Eyes up and in. 3, 2. Lift the head. Exhale slowly out the nose. That was 54 BPM. We're going to go 72 now. It's a multiple of 18. It's a little bit faster. Still trying to control strike coming low. Everything from here up is stationary as best you can. So the more you can kind of lean your shoulders back, the more that will just help create a muscular contraction that keeps that stable above the moving of the abdomen. And the other thing is to focus on that 4-to-1 ratio like Bryce was talking about.
The inhale should come immediately after the strike. The strike should be really fast with the exhale, and the inhale should fill up the whole time in between the next strike. Right? So it's kind of like a Nauli pump. By the way, this isn't so dissimilar. All right. Take a half breath in. Here we go. Ten more. Lift the chest. Shoulders back. Nice. Belly soft. Full inhale. 3, 2, 1. Nice, Amy. Inhale. Tuck the chin, lift the chest, squeeze the chin to the chest, tighten up the vocal cords, pull the pressure down out of the head. So the Jalandhara Bandha is pushing the pressure into the abdomen. Mula Bandha is engaged. Halfway. Eyes up and in. Mula Bandha, Shambhavi Mudra. 3, 2, 1. Lift the head. Exhale. We're going to increase the ratio one more time. We're also going to increase the amount of strokes to 45. Okay. Just relax the body. Just start relaxed. Start relaxed. Start with a sweet thought. Just be like, you're learning. You're learning this. Good for you. Yeah. Index finger touches the thumb. Keep a devotional aspect to this work. Bowing down to the greater, whatever, good, power. Half breath in. Here we go. It's not ujjayi. The sound should come from the air hitting the sinuses. So open the throat all the way. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Tuck the chin. Jalandhara Bandha, Shambhavi Mudra, Mula Bandha. For 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lift the head. Exhale it out. Preparing for our cooling breath. We'll start with the pool tongue, the Joker smile, which is called Sikari. Sikari. Taco tongue is what? Yeah, so it's like either tostado tongue or taco tongue. Either way, tortillas. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let me actually instruct 2 more things that we're going to incorporate with this. The 3-part double up wave breath, okay? So we inhale, it's belly, ribs, chest. Let's just start with that for this first one, okay? So we breathe in, belly, ribs, chest. As you breathe out, it's through the nose. It's belly, ribs, chest. And you can touch your body. That can help. By the way, learn what muscles need to be turning on because this is not a natural thing. This is an unnatural breath pattern, all right? So when you're ready, tostada tongue. Out the nose. Chest, belly, ribs. That energy is rising. Chest. Good. Second set, it's going to be again, same thing. 3-part double up, about 90% of your lung capacity. So this is a big breath. right? It's also slow. But now when we exhale, we're going to take Jiva Bandha. We're going to fold the tongue. And by the way, that's the sound it makes when you release it. So you know you're getting the suction to pull it back. And then once you get it suctioned back, then you point through the tip of the tongue, try to push it into the Tula chakra, the soft palate there. Okay? All right. Let's give it a try. Tastada tongue again. Belly, ribs, slowly into the chest. Fold the tongue back, out through the nose, belly. Smooth, slow, and soft. Ribs, chest. Okay. And now for our third and final one, you're welcome to take taco tongue or stick with the whatever tortilla of your choice. Now, are we forgetting the Shambhavi Mudra? Oh, I did. See, it's a lot, right? So on the whole breath, it's Shambhavi Mudra, eyes up and in. By the way, it's traditionally done with the eyes slightly open. So if I look like a zombie, that's normal. But let's prepare. Take a breath out. Here you go. Belly, ribs, chest. Tongue folds back, eyes still up and in. Slight Mula Bandha. Belly, smooth, slow, silky. Breath out through the nose, chest. Good. Keeping the eyes closed or the lids half shut with eyes up and in. We're going to keep the Shambhavi Mudra and the Jiva Bandha for the duration. We're also going to keep the 3-part double up wave for this next technique, Nadi Shuddhi, where we're going to begin in working with the Sphara. We're going to balance out the energetic polarities in the body, as well as bringing the brain into hemisphere synchronization. So take Vishnu Mudra, your right hand pulls the index and middle finger down, or you rest them on your third eye. Thumb covers the right nostril or the flap of the nostril. You're going to digitally count with your left hand. As you move in through the left, it's going to be Vam. So let's just try that. Okay, let's do 4. You're going to switch, exhale out the right. Vam, 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 Vam. Inhale through the right, count with your other hand. Ram, 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 Ram. Switch, out through the left. Ram, 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 Ram. You're repeating those to yourself. I'll do it with you one more time. Inhale through the left, Vam, 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 Vam. Left hand is counting. Out through the right, Vam, 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 Vam. Inhale through the right, Ram, 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 Ram. Out through the left, Ram, Ram, Ram. Hearing that bija strike internally with some vigor. Now carry on at your own pace. So if you want to do 6-count breath, whatever your samavriti is, even inhales, even exhales. Sitting up tall, spine coiled like a cobra standing tall. I'm going to give you your BPM here. Forgive me. Should have started that earlier. This is your rate for resonant breath. Welcome to add on the visualization. As you vom in through the left, out through the right, imagining that perfect full moon piercing right in the middle of the head, illuminating the whole mind. As you rom, breathing into the right, out to the left. The rom is striking sun in the center of Manipura chakra. Stay tall with your torso. 3-part breath, Jiva Bandha, Mula Bandha, Shambhavi Mudra. Finish out this last set. When you complete an exhale out of the left nostril, rest your hands in your lap. And I'll know you're done. You can switch your seat if you would like to refresh the legs for our Uddha Shuddhi, Prana Dharana, Shakti Dharana. Maybe you want to try a different mudra too. Maybe you've been doing Jnana Mudra. Maybe now it's time to try Dhyana or Akasha. So here's the nice thing about this practice is that you still are going to be learning how to use those secondary respiratory muscles to take really full breaths, even in a relaxed state, but you can find your own time with it. You don't have to be on the clock, so to speak. You just want to try to keep the inhales and the exhales roughly about the same. When the breath pattern changes, we're still maintaining Shambhavi Mudra, eyes up and in. Jiva Bandha, tongue folded back. And Mula Bandha, gentle squeeze the base of the spine, inviting that diaphragm upward. Breathe in through the nose and start to imagine a red line rise up from the Mula Bandha in the black blankness of your inner world. This thin fire red line rises to the top of the inhale, meeting the center of the skull. As you exhale, it moves down in a straight, thin, brilliant, red, bright line all the way back down to the base. The breath pattern is up and down, so you're breathing, belly, ribs, chest as you inhale. As you exhale, you reverse. Exhale is chest, ribs, belly. Let yourself settle into this first stage without trying to force it, with a gentle concentration. Even if you can't see the red line, just bring your consciousness up and down your spine. Let it travel through your body with awareness, trusting that with these bandhas, these mudras, you're a perfectly sealed container right now for the consciousness to move freely. Now let's begin to add the bija aksharas. Say them aloud the first time. If you'd like to exhale all the way out, follow me just for the first round. Breathe out. As you inhale, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. Now say it silently to yourself. I'll keep repeating out loud for 2 more rounds. Now start to bring your breath and the visualization of that red line piercing through each chakra, illuminating a brilliant white light. So as the red line moves through each location, it lights up with white light on the way up and the way down, beginning the base of the spine. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. Carry on at your own pace. Bandha. Keep practicing the Jiva Bandha. Shambhavi Mudra. Stage 1 is just to breathe, 3-part up and down. You take a break from the visualization. You move and stay with the red line. Perhaps you just continue for another 2 minutes, following the red line, illuminating each chakra with a white, brilliant light, striking the sound internally, up and down. Really commit to the focus for this last minute. Give yourself permission to be fully present with attempting the technique. No judgment, no expectation. Just be fully surrendered to trying. Finish your next round at Lam at the base of your spine. Softly let the technique go. And you can come down to Shavasana when you're ready. Just your next breath. Pause. Some gentle, pleasurable movements with the body, slow and soft at the extremities, fingers and toes. Bringing vitality back through the limbs, hips, shoulders, and spine. Maybe opening the mouth to stretch out the jaw. Relax the eyes and brain back into the meantime. And in your own time, come up to a seat. Bring hands to heart center. When you arrive there, instead of Anjali Mudra, we'll take a different mudra that's similar. It's called Kapota Mudra. So whereas Anjali Mudra is the prayer position, Kapota Mudra brings the thumbs to touch the hands, and then there's a little space left in the middle. So your palms kind of create this little cove. You're going to rest that against your chest. You're just going to allow this to be significant, to create a little space for yourself, a little freedom for yourself to return back to your Sankalpa, to bring some emotion and some life back to that connecting point for what you're doing right here and now, how it applies meaningfully, purposefully to your Dharma. Take one Om together, breathing in. Om. There you have it. You're on brekkie. You're on brekkie time now. Brekkie time. We'll come back in a half circle. I do have an extra credit challenge for you. This is optional, but I want you to think about and maybe even tell somebody on breakfast one thing that you appreciated from your sadhana today. Maybe it was something you learned, something that gave you inspiration, something that challenged you, something you felt. Just one simple thing. And you can type it into the chat, Mari, if you wish to. Garrett in the microphone got that. When we come back, we'll do breakfast. I want you to just enjoy your sapa. Okay. Thank you, Hannah. I'm going to make a note of that on my phone. Mari, we'll see you in a half an hour.